problem with this move?
I think it's a typical Colt move. I mean, here's a team that needed a franchise quarterback. There were two out there. They have a chance at two. They don't take them. They end up coming back into the picture to get Trent Dilfer. They take an outside linebacker, not even a true outside linebacker. Somebody has to learn coverage in Trev Alberts. They have Coriat, they have Harad. They do have a hole that developed with the release of Dwayne Bickett. But to pass up a Trent Dilfer when all you have is Jim Harbaugh, give me a break. That's why the Colts are picking second every year in the draft, not battling for the Super Bowl like other clubs in the National Football League.
Who in the hell is Mel Kiper? My neighbor has more credentials than Mel Kiper, and my neighbor's supposed to...
What do you want to cover first, our players?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Rise and grind. Rise and grind. Just sneezed. Rise and grind, everybody. Good morning. Happy Thursday. More importantly, it's draft day. Yes, finally, the NFL draft is here. We are literally 14 hours away from 14 hours, a little more than 14 hours away from the Tennessee Titans are on the clock. That's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? 8 o'clock tonight, probably about 8:05, 8:10 by the time Roger Goodell gets all of his, stop yapping his mouth tonight. We got some news. Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles. They declined a fifth-year option on Johan Dotson. We knew that. Right? I saw some stuff in the comments last night. Trade down to 20 to take Hampton. The idea, everybody, is Denver is going to be trading up to take Hampton. So if you stay at 12, if you want Hampton, which I believe, the word I got is they're not drafting Hampton at 12. They're looking to trade down, but if they trade anybody at if they draft anybody at 12, it's going to be Golden or McMillan. Probably McMillan. I'm a little scared. The offensive lineman would be trade back scenarios. If they draft anybody at 12, it's going to be McMillan, Golden. I would say McMillan, James Pierce, Walter Nolan. Those are your picks at 12. If Armand Membou slides, Armand Membou. So when you're looking at 12, if Dallas stays at 12, McMillan, if he's gone, look, James Pierce, Walter Nolan. This Booker BS at 12, I'll be shocked. Now you got to drop to 20. Golden goes to the Seahawks. McMillan goes top 10. Golden goes to Seahawks. Then, okay. Then it's like, okay. I mean, are we really... I mean, there's other guys, but that would be an issue. That would be the only thing. Now, we got some news. Tyler Lockett is off the board. Again, he's not the guy. After doing my research, I told everybody Tyler Lockett is not an X receiver anymore. He can't play the outside. He's a slot-only guy. He signs with the Tennessee Titans. He's going to be the new teammate of Cam Ward, okay? Tyler Lockett off the board. Again, Keenan Allen still out there. I think Dallas gets their number 2 in the draft. I really do. I think they get their number 2 in the draft, or they draft one in the second, third, fifth round, probably second or third round, and then they go after Keenan Allen or somebody like that. I believe they're going to make an effort to get a better number 2, not counting Mingo. But we'll see. I mean, I'm a little skeptical of McMillan. Everybody's going to say boom or bust. That's what you have here. Boom or bust with Ted McMillan. Jacksonville Jaguars now are looking and are the favorite to draft Ashton Jeanty. How I should have stuck to my guns because I picked that 3 weeks ago. Did I not? They said Etienne's hurt. They got Tank Bigsby. if you're truly going to go best available. But I had Jags taking McMillan. So, shit. I don't know. Man, if I were the Giants, yeah, I mean, they're not. They're going to take Abdul Carter. But, I mean, that's what they need to do. Even though as tempting it is to take Ashton Jeanty. Somebody asked me last night in the chat, who's the closest thing since Emmitt Smith? Well, that would be a one Ashton Jeanty. Yeah, it's just, that's who he reminds me of. There are other guys in the draft, though, that I like. I really do. I think Kenyon Judkins might be our pick in round 2. I think Judkins may be the pick. Maybe I'll do a mock draft and release it right before the draft. Just Dallas Cowboy picks. How about that? Maybe I'll do like a 3-round. Now, also listening to David Hellman, he's saying he's not ruling out offensive tackle in the 2nd or 3rd round, offensive line. Again, if that's the case, then if a good one's there in the 1st, and if you're willing to spend a 2nd or a 3rd, then if the best player available is an offensive lineman at 12, you better take him. Now, there's another guy out there, George Pickens, wide receiver. He's a head case. We talked about it last night. He's a head case, everybody. George Pickens is a head case. Pittsburgh Steelers. He's obviously being traded during the draft. Steelers have had enough. So my thing to you is, who's dumb enough to go get him? He's a talented guy. I liked him listen, he's a Georgia player. Maybe the Eagles. What if I told Eagle fans, you get a George Pickens? Let me just throw this out there. Let's say Abdul Carter's at 4 and a Philly 500 poo-pooed, but the story is real. If Abdul Carter somehow slides to number 4, Eagles are trading up to number 4, people. Eagles are trading up to number 4. A.J. Brown and picks to number 4 for Abdul Carter. Then now, Eagles are a live play to go out and get Georgia's own George Pickens. So if I said, if you Eagles could have Abdul Carter and George Pickens, what would you say? That could work. But I don't see it happening. But I'm just saying, I thought George Pickens, was he Georgia? So I get him confused with Bruce Pickens. Remember Bruce Pickens out of the University of Tennessee? I want to say George Pickens is out of Georgia. Put in the comments. Thomas Garrett. Am I right? I think I'm right. Listen, I know it's far-fetched, but that would be interesting. That would be kind of fun. Now, it would not be fun seeing Abdul Carter lined up with the Birds. That wouldn't be fun. But, this is what it is. Could you imagine? Wow. Eagles get the best pass rusher. Now, you'd have to give up A.J. Brown. I get it. But A.J. Brown, I think, here's my issue with A.J. Brown. I love the player, but it just seems like there's always something, right? There's always something. The media is always unleashing something, and it's like, makes you wonder. Is this guy turning? Is this guy not turning? Yeah, he's turning. Makes you wonder. You know what I'm saying? Here's the deal. I don't think it's going to happen, but it makes you wonder from Howie's perspective, knowing they just won a Super Bowl. People don't want to hear this. They want to get as many as they can, but they have a certain street cred, and they want to be ahead of the curve. The one thing Howie Roseman is ahead of the curve when it comes to these things. He wants to unload a player that may not be mean, listen, they traded. I mean, they didn't re-sign Brian Dawkins. If they could do that to B. Dawk, they sure as hell could do that to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is not a lifelong Eagle. A.J. Brown is a great player. He is. But, you know, I'm just saying, Eagle fans, I'm just saying. You know, I believe Howie would do it and upset the people. He wants to be ahead of the bullshit. He just does. He wants to be ahead of it. Now, we'll see. Again, I'm not saying it's definite or not. I'm just saying. If Abdul Carter doesn't go to the Giants for some stupid reason, all hell may break loose. And you heard it, that it is legit. Because New England's open for business. Even with Abdul Carter on the board, they're open. So that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. But anyway, circling back, Vinny Hagen. I hope Vinny's fine. Those wildfires down near the Jersey Shore, down in Ocean County, are not good. I know they're contained, but not good. So, you know, hopefully all is well there. But we are almost there, everybody. All the speculation is over. I'm sure I'm not going to be happy. I'm sure I'm going to have some sort of issue with the pick. People are asking me if it's going to be a channel member Zoom. Listen, it's very hard to do a channel member Zoom when we're trying to do what we're going to do. You know, maybe in the second and third rounds. You know, I mean, I may send links out to certain people just because I can't have people talking and, you know, me and Phil need to do our thing. Now, Phil, I don't know what's going on, because if he's doing his own broadcast, if he's not sharing mine, then we can't stream together. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm the last to know. So it's like, if he's doing a broadcast and sharing my stream, then that's cool. If he's doing his own broadcast, then I don't know how that's going to work. So, talk to me, Phil. Talk to me. What's going on? We'll wait till the 11th hour. We're going live! Anyway, shout out to Ron Oliver last night. That was very cool. Something that we've been working on. I wish we had the actual links. Those are all links to his website where you can download the music, but the idea is to sell the music, you know. It's not, but it is what it is. Go check it out. Ron Oliver, very, very talented. I love the Game Time Brian remix, but a lot of those songs on that album I like. Electric End Zone, Quarterback Sneak, Cowboys Are on the Clock. You'll be hearing that one tonight. The Cowboys are on the clock. So, looking forward to it. Very, very much. Now, the only bad thing is I got a tree being removed today, Blue Virus. They're going to be there at my house between 8 and 8:30 Eastern Time. I got a tree removal. Game Time gets home about 3 o'clock. I need to get a nap in. So, you got to keep the noise down. Yeah, right. I'm going to be a zombie tonight. I'm going to knock myself the F out. So, but I'll talk to Phil today, see what's going on. I'll let everybody know what's happening. So, wow, I almost clipped her. Hold up. People are parked like assholes. Like a glove.
Like a glove.